Hello everyone and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Now, I said I was going to skip November and I possibly still will yet, depending on if the idea I had works or not. But first of all, can I just point out that I am an idiot. Remember I built the water, basically the paddy field over there? Turns out this is a water pump. Yeah, just here, look, water. However, this costs you money. The paddy field option is free. I think I'm going to continue to use that option for now, but just honestly, unless I manage to miss that, just I maybe do need to take some time and have a proper explore around the farm. Anyway, so my biggest problem right now is cow food or lack thereof. I don't want to have to buy a bale. Oh look, we have pallets of lettuces, or is it leti? Leti. Sorry, let's take a... If I check the letters, the best price is in February at 2,000. And currently now, those two pallets will net us near 3, but we don't desperately need it yet, so I'm willing to let it... How much water do they have in them, by the way? We don't desperately, so I'm willing to let it build a bit more and I'll go for it properly once the price is good. Oh, excuse me. Right, so flood that so I can use the water. Fill this, I could keep this topped. I do plan to get a couple more of these. I have to crash into the actual pump. Yeah, my driving really hasn't improved. And then, as I said at the end of the last episode, I shouldn't have had a brainwave. I'm gonna hope there's gonna be a baling contract or two available. And if so, I'm gonna do them. I noticed one thing about the contracts in this game, they kind of split them up a little bit. Look, there's a bale over there, field 84. So I'll lose, I'll still get out to 7 grand, but whereas originally in 22 it was mow the field, bale it, wrap it if needs be. Now this is just wrapping, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to lease the... What I don't know is that's done, so there's nothing really needs doing at my farm right now. What I might as well do... Ooh, the link track, I've always kind of liked this thing, just because... Four-wheel steer, and it's an interesting machine. So there's bales here that need wrapping, basically. Now, what I don't know, and what I'm hoping for, because in standard FS22, as I've said before, you used to do a contract, you'd always get a little bit left over at the end, which was yours. You sold it, made a bit more money. What I'm not sure of is in 25, especially with this, I mean, is it gonna just... Are they going to disappear, or is it going to be a couple left over that I can come along with my tractor and trailer, nick? And there we have food for my cattle. If that's the case, that'll be really useful. If not, I'm still going to make 7.5 grand. I've actually never used... I've used this style of wrap before, but as I think I've said before, I'm a square bale kind of person normally. Right, so one bale is 4, so that means there's 25 bales on this field. Is automatic drop still a thing? Yeah, it is. Press Z. So yeah, I'm hoping that once I do this field, either they all here, or it leaves a couple behind for me. I can't see it somehow. I think they're all going to disappear and I'm just going to make the money. Which is the case, I'll use the money to buy a couple of silage bales or grass bales to feed them. I can't have them, I mean they're totally out of food now and I hate that fact. Luckily in this game they can't die. But it's still not a good thing. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with this. Hopefully it shouldn't do too long, it looks like they're all fairly straightforward right now. And I know there should be about 25 of them. So, catch you on the other side. Right, so that's that, folks. So now it says contract finished. I'm guessing I just listen those bells and the machine disappeared, but that's okay. So what we'll do instead is we will buy. Can't actually buy a grass belt. I have to be paying more for your money with that. Blue. I know that's taken pretty much most of the money the contract gave us, but I'm not seeing the cows starve. Like I say, that grass field there will be good in a couple of months. I am curious now of what happens, because I'm at this side and you can see below me the boat's at the other. I'm not curious as to what would happen if I came to this end. What if I can call the boat over, or whether I've got to be on that side first? We'll find out in good time, because I'll check. Right, so once we've done this, I'm going to have to skip to December. There's nothing else I feel I need to be around for. In December, all we're going to have to do is basically put water in the greenhouse. It probably actually would survive 2 months, but it just means there's more work putting it back. Well, I'll probably just skip. I will skip straight through to January, have a look at things. Was it January or February? It was February, wasn't it? We had the best price. Yeah, February is the best price on lettuce, so if we can get to February, then we get to March and planting season starts again. Let's put my oats in. And then I will get these loaded up. I should be able to make 2 for once like that. I haven't actually got a weight at the moment. That's what I meant to check as well, actually. Wrong menu. Nice, but we have our budget. Interesting, and I want to use it at some point, but yeah, none of that's good for us right now. Okay, maybe it wouldn't lift it 2 at once. Complaining enough over one. Okay, yeah, that ain't happening. Okay. Point taken, dear. We'll go one at a time. Even that, I mean, look at the back wheels. That's heavy. Okay, no, another trick for this. He says, basically you don't want the forks to grab it, you just want it to... Come on the trailer a little better. Thank you. Now, see when we get to the... I'll probably just put them both straight into the cow's feed, because like I said, there should be a good few months, especially with only 3 cows in there. Can't see them eating. Can't see them eating huge amounts of those famous last words, I know. Good to go, this trailer being a triaxle, you're basically never going to get too much weight transferred onto the... Unless I literally took them all against the headboard, you're not going to get the massive amount of weight on the tractor, it's always going to balance out. It's a shame there isn't more in the way of like trailers for tractors. I'm sure the modders will be all over that, because that's something which we always had loads of. Those the McCauley's I loved in FS19, the ones... You remember the competitive multiplayer series me and Chris did where he hammered me because of that rented sugar, that goddamn sugar beet field? That's what did it. He took a gamble, spent $1 million and some on a sugar beet field, had to rent the machine, but made, it was 5 million on the final product. You remember that series? We started with those Macaulay trailers, I think it was 2 axles then, but I always really liked them. In general, a good range. Personally, and what I don't think we get quite enough of sometimes. And I don't understand other concept making myself. Unfortunately, I'm not that skilled. But more what you'd see typical, certainly typical England, a lot of farmers' trailers are either homemade or are so dang old. You know, we're not talking steering axles, we're just talking single or if absolute push dual axles. Now, will it take you straight from here or will I need to actually lift it in? Like, I need to actually lift it in, right? Okay, no problem. Unclip it first. Don't need to unwrap it, do I? We'll take it as it is, I hope. Come on, you definitely should fit in there. So how much is actually given them? Looks like it could actually be a reasonably good amount. I'll grab the other one, because you might as well have them both, there's no point keeping one. I will hopefully eventually get on to making my own, but sadly not right now. Oh look, that cow's hungry. I think I understand the cows are Angus, yeah. Even though money goes well, I might just add some water buffalo into the mix as well. Right, so they've got both of them. We'll see how that does. That should be 10,000 litres. Now I'm going to do is sleep till December to see how much of it they've eaten. Oh, part of me really wants to tear this farmhouse down and build that one inside a silo, but that's something for a later date. I don't normally do multiple months in an episode, as you well know, but just so little to do at the moment through the winter periods. That cloud looks ominous. Yeah, it's snowing. Still 8,000 litres left. Water. I may as well put some water in. I'll need to reflood that thing. Oh look, all the lovely, lovely lettuce. I know this is probably slightly cheaty, it may even be patched out. But while it's an option, I'm gonna make the most of it. So all I'm just gonna do is top this up and then we're gonna sleep through till January again, because I see there's no point us being out here right now. So lettuce, so literally just those four and there's another 23 litres. So at this point by February there's gonna be about 10 grand's worth to sell, I would think. No, 20 grand, so it's 2 grand a pallet, and assuming the prices do what the sign said. Anyway, I shouldn't take all of this, I don't think. Nope, there we go, just half. Right then, so with that to do, one quick look in here. Oh, I'd love one of those. Won't mind that either, but those are so useful when you get into big silage. So, Happy New Year, folks. Let's go for January. Let's hope the snow's gone. It's looking a pretty nice clear day. Once again, cows. We eat about 2,000 litres a day. You've got a bit more. What's your selling price on it? We're getting there, so next month should be the biggie. And then when we get to March, let's say, we can plant the oats in In fact, I'm not even gonna look in here. Oh, that's actually really cheap for what it is. Done some miles. I mean, look at the state of the wheels. But I don't know why I keep looking. I know I can't afford anything in there. I know. Well, you're thinking I'm a lazy so-and-so, aren't you? It's gonna be a case of take the flatbed over, load all the lettuce pallets, and then go and sell them. I hope. That wasn't me. So, 1973. 19 small farmers kit. I think that's literally outside, isn't it? It hasn't quite peaked as high as it should have done. It definitely was saying 2000 before, but never mind. It's basically 2k, so I go and get them all. We'll load them up. Now, I think if I tag the place for the small farmers kiosk. Yeah, it's literally just outside our farm. Sadly, that grass still isn't fully grown because it won't through winter. Right, what I shall be able to do is just lift this boy up and launch a spawn underneath. Like that. Put that down on there. And then we have to, I might as well start that filling. And I'm going to use that when we refill. I think that's a bug sound effect, I think. From this guy. But anyway, I'll leave that for now. If you leave them there, they will just continue, because they definitely haven't emptied. I'm assuming I'll be able to fit them too wide in here. I really wish you could let the sides down on this thing. It would generate so many of these jobs so much easier. Actually, no, don't do it yet, because you'll do it yet, you'll attach the pallet forks in as well. I apologise if this is painful to watch, I know what I'm like. And what we got in here? Still another 2000s, that's 2 more pallets to spawn after these 2. I'm gonna give it a second, it'll spawn another. I don't believe a dog barking back out. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'll put the forks on the greenhouse glass. We have any chance of making a profit on this one. Smash the place up. Yeah, this John Deere, when all the tractors become a real, I think this is probably the workhorse. If I had to keep just one of these tractors, it would probably be this one. As much as the extra power of the Challenger is really useful, this thing just seems unfazed by anything I put it through. And so what I'm going to have to do here, because of the way this trailer is start this, and then, that's it. Looks brutal because it is, but it works. I'm assuming these are 1,000 litres each, which I'm pretty sure they are. It's going to be what? Get another one out. About 9,000 litres. About 18 grand. You know, better than nothing. And there's no more to spawn, so that's just going to come out. It's going to be 8,000 and stuff. 16k for a bit of water. And I think once we've done this, I will, like I said, I'll skip it on to March and we'll get the oats planted. I know the time of this I probably could have just carried them over there two at a time, but also do as much as it benefited me, I do kind of wish sometimes did implement some kind. Man, they did a little bit with some of the production points where they won't necessarily buy everything off you because it seems, I mean, this kiosk is tiny and they're going to buy a whole supermarket's worth of lettuce off me right now. If I can never get it to go in the goddamn trailer. You know, it just seems like the kind of place that maybe buy, or even one pallet pushing it in real life probably, but call it a pallet. Find it odd that all of a sudden that little kiosk can go, yeah, okay, we'll take every piece of lettuce you've grown. On the plus side, can I just say, so far, it doesn't look like any weeds have grown in either of my two fields. And maybe the early herbicide trick did work. Obviously, I'm going to need to fertilise all these fields again, which I'll probably rent the sprayer in for once more. May do that after we've planted them. Shit, I should have strapped that down first. I'll do. The good old farm sim magic straps. That looks sufficiently tedious. Let's go and sell them. It's literally just over there. It's at 8,000 litres at a current price of saving content. Please not turn off your computer. Please not drive down the cliff either. 1988, so still the best price. Is this going down slightly? What did I press on then? Honey. Now we are going honey. Now this is a full pallet of it. I might as well sell that as well while I'm here. I might just stick down the floor. We are growing honey, you know what I mean. I realised what I said then. Where is it? Oh wow, we have like... What on earth is this? Small shed. Ah, so there's already like a little construction project here if you want it. Otherwise I can't pick that up. That's nearly 300 kilos. I might as well sell it because it's money. Honey was a good moneymaker on 22. It appears to have really slow production pace down for this. Anyway, so here comes probably about 19k by the time we've done everything. In that case, he's going to help us out a lot. Gonna have to reverse the trailer in. The thing I've noticed now is you do have to get them off the spot. In old games, you should just hold them above and it would do it. Now that doesn't appear to work anymore. You have generally got to do this. Go on, let go of it. Come on, not while people are watching. Yes. $400 for that. Which I feel that cost us nothing, so I can't really... I think long enough would be 400 just for nothing. I don't think I'd... Yeah, going... It's not really a lot. Yep, so yeah, so basically 19k then, isn't it? I'm not going to try running him over. But we are going to skip to March. If only we could speedrun winter like this in real life, hey folks. How much more fun would that make it? So I'm literally going to get... As long as that ain't snow, that's just the stars. And get straight into the planting, I think. Quick check. Oh, you're down. You guys are still kind of alright. Hang on, did you see that? Watch, if I stand over here, he's looking at me. If I then teleport back to look at how he moves. Right, so I'm going to fill this back up first, and then... That grass field's looking like it's ready to harvest, so maybe renting some mowers is going to be a wise move for the very near future. If we do that, at least we can then feed the cows from our own stock. Rather than having to spend another 10k. I'll do a couple more, I don't need to absolutely fill it, but I just want to make sure it doesn't run out on me. Okay, thanks to my headphones, that bumblebee went right through my ears. Usual check. Cotton wheelie grab. Now, you must have heard me saying in the other episode how I'm planning to do cotton. Nice seeing the bank account back up a little bit higher, I must admit. Like I say, we can plant. I will, if I'm going to do herbicide again, I will have to put narrow tyres on probably the deer, won't I? Thinking about it. Talking about 50 times, right, so that'll do for now. I'll leave that trailer here. So we have more seeds, we have a little bit of herbicide, a little bit of liquid fertilizer left. And they've got a little bit of food left. Yes, I agree. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, we can actually plant peas with this machine, that's interesting then. I think you do use a specialist machine to harvest them though, don't you? A pea viner, I think it's called. Okay, that I don't forget that. So in theory, by that, when I get to 180, it should... Is that okay? Well, that'll do. What we'll do is we'll put the on 2 wheels. I'll get it lined up first and then we'll set off. Right, that should be the oats, hopefully going in. Yep, shall catch you in a bit. last episode I really praised the game for not dragging textures anymore. What does he immediately start doing this game? Yeah, okay. I'm going to make some interesting patterns in this field, that's for sure. The game's got me thinking a bit because a few things, while it is still massive, there is a few things that have changed. So that contract system's very different now, which I'm not sure how I feel, because I feel like I get why they've done it, but I feel like they've probably closed quite a few of the little exploits and loopholes some of us used to use, shall we say? Like I say, it was a well-known trick to grab a contract and just keep a little bit for yourself. I mean, I spent a lot of time with FS19 using a transport contracts mod, using a buy anything station, which is actually a mod that I think is available now, which I'm probably going to put in because it's handy to have. Basically, so just buy stuff, transport it, sell it, and you make money. Especially towards the end of 19, my last co-op, I actually thought to myself when I started playing, I'm going to go back and play some more 19. I want to get to my last harvest season, but once you've played 22 and you've seen where the 20, I'm saying 19, 22, I mean 22 and 25. Wow, how am I doing this? Once you've played 25, going back to 22 seems really difficult. It just, as I think I've said already, while it's not groundbreaking, and I agree with that, and everyone who's criticised it for that, I agree with you. There's still a lot of good upgrades to this, which to me really make it worth it out. If you enjoy the series, you'll like this. No questions in my book. If you're new to the series, then if you like what you see, go for it. But I get that farm sim's always been one of the niche markets. But personally, I think there's enough here to keep fans of the series happy. I hope there is. Certainly enough here to keep me happy. Yes, we get on with this field. It's going to be a lovely field of ours. Like I say, we'll probably then grab the sprayer and herbicide and liquid fertilise. I think we'll do that now while we can find where it is. I was paranoid about how close. I'll probably buy one more liquid fertilizer. I'm just going to be really careful because I know for a fact that given a chance this thing would be off. This thing would be off, and it would be off through my grass field. That's going to be next month. That's going to give that a mow. And knock this speed down to 16. I'm going to try and do my corner transfer trick I was talking about during the thing when I cultivated this field. So I'm going to do my line skipping thing just to try and make the turns a little easier. It should get all this field done. I don't know whether to just take out a massive load and just buy another piece of land. Didn't quite get there in time. Actually, I've hit G to it. I was talking about why it wouldn't lower it because I've hit G too many times. Sorry folks, this is me making an absolute puddle of this again. Fire. Go. I mean, what would... That's 225 comes with quite a lot of grass forest, which is handy to think. 519. If I can borrow that much, if I can borrow like 200,000, I'm tempted to get that bottom field. We're at the time of year where we'd still be able to plant like soybeans on it, which will give us a really, really good really good price and a really good crop. The only problem is I'm pretty sure that field won't be very well cared for. So we'll be kind of fighting those odds. Says me who is a rolling fields guy, can't afford a roller right now. Maybe we leave that plan till next year, folks, but for now we stick to these 3 fields, try and get the good money out of them. I wonder if I can... I'll get the AI to take this over. You got this, you got the same as me. Game to start on the up downs. See what he does. Meanwhile, I'll take this guy, see if I can fit narrow tyres to him if I can. I'll get him to go the fertilizer spreader. Can't see why I can't put narrows on it. It's going to be a pretty big machine to have them on, but you have to keep an eye on him because once he's finished the lines, he will go onto the headlands. I'm not sure if it will pick up that they're already planted. I need to go and modify this first, probably gas it up and service it while I'm here, which will cost a little bit, but looking after machinery means it looks after us back. I already looked in there. The traffic seems to be really quiet. The traffic in general seems a lot quieter in this game. I mean, I'm probably comparing it to a lot of mod maps where the traffic would get pretty bad, so I think in general the default maps always are because giants play it a bit safer. Because they're thinking of people with lower end machines, people like myself, I have to say. Okay, so filling in the gaps first. That could be a good thing, that could be an awful thing. The diesel, narrow tyres, filling up with fertiliser. Go over to the wheat field first. I don't think I'll put any more on the grass field right now because that'll be classed as ready to harvest. Now, I'll be able to rent mowers next time. Yeah, repair, customise. If I can get narrows on it. An extra 1,000. They actually don't look too narrow, if you look not too bad. I'm thinking as well, I need to remember. What do we have in? We have in. Oh, canola, whose best price we probably missed. Balls. Do we have a lot of wheat? Whose best price we missed. I should have paid attention to that a bit more. That's my fault. Means we'll get to a bumper sale next winter, folks, if we survive. I can always sell through that. I don't have to wait for the best price. It's just tight arsing me always wants to. And like I say, I'm keeping an eye on what he's doing. While my tractor is trying to jump up a lamppost. I go along here. Do you have those cones are movable? I'm going to go over that bow, aren't I? I think the boat's on the other shore, so you can get test what I was saying. Where's, I can go right round actually, can't I, and get to our field? That strikes me as the kind of place a collectible would be left. Or not. When you know the game has them, but I can't fully recall what it was. Hello. I think it looked like a piece of an engine or something, if I'm honest, but That looks like the 4x4 from Car Mechanic. Oh, there's a bit of fog down here. It's something I don't seem to see a lot on this farm. We're high enough up to avoid most of it. So I'm not going to take the boat if I carry on right round. We'll be able to cross the bridge. Tell you what, this is a narrow road for AI to be running along. I'm guessing they only run in one direction. I think if they met, they wouldn't be able to pass each other. And so here's the boat. And the boat is does the boat like teleport to whichever side you're on? Once again, keep your eyes peeled for anything that looks collectible-y. Not over there. Nope. Sadly not. I've probably gone past so many, but if you see any video, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Looks like I need to go around the back of this boat loading point. Not that, that's the river. Like here. Oh my lord, I didn't expect to see that thing down here. He got that along this road. Fair play to him. But once again, I'm going to remember this time, use the steering assist. How's... Oh, see what he's doing actually, he's now going back down and doing the other bits. Oh, he's actually... Aha, maybe the AI is a little cleverer than I give it credit for. See, sadly on this one the weeds haven't disappeared because they don't. So they shouldn't destroy the crop because it's got narrows on it. Excellent. I obviously know I didn't need that for what I've just planted, but try that again, shall we? I keep doing that, I keep hitting V because I'm used to the C that you had to oh yeah. There we go. And now what we should be getting, weeds out of the equation, is yep, 100% fertilisation. Like I said, this is just us trying to just make sure we squeeze every bit of profitability out of these fields, because while we haven't got a lot, we really need to make sure that they're all working as well as possible for us. Obviously in the future, when we've got a lot more pieces of land, it's going to get a lot easier. That's the theory anyway. So hopefully the time I do this I won't waste quite as much as I did. I won't waste quite as much as I did last time. I say we'll need to go pick that other one up from the store, but we'll need to wait till the John Deere's free for that. That could be a job for April. And is the price still really bad? I don't know whether just to go and sell some of that stuff anyway. So that canola, for example. 1, 2. I can get like 1, 3 for it now, which isn't horrible. You know, there's reasonable money there. I'm thinking just getting rid of it. Just as much as I could, as much as in FS there isn't rotting, so I can just keep it for years. I realise how unrealistic that is. You know, I might actually leave the narrow tyres on this one system because they don't look terrible. Okay, they're not as good as the wides that were on it, but it's not like those really skinny little, almost bicycle tyres you see sometimes. They just make a tractor look like it's been built wrong. Or even worse, if you've ever seen them with those, like, transport wheels they put on them are like really tiny. I'll try and insert a picture in here. But they're like really tiny little wheels that are just basically used for when they're on the back of transporters, so they take up a little bit less room, they make them a little bit lower to have them get on the bridges and stuff. But they are just stupidly tiny. Yeah, I'll try and insert a picture in at this point. Yeah, so these fields are going to be ready to harvest. September for that. Oh no, July. I'll learn to read on it. This is going to be like July for both. So that's going to be a busy couple of months. July and August when we get these in. Hopefully, I need to remember next year. I definitely next year need to do barley. I really want to do barley. I know it sells well, and it's also going to give us a slightly not all going to be ready at once. And where's our sell point for the train? That's where the train is. We're going to sell points to it. Ah, there. Grain elevator. Grain elevator museum. I'm going to have a look at that in a future episode. And that in front of us. Look. That's the cement. I'm curious. I heard of cement through watching some other people's videos. Now I'm curious as to how that ties in with the farm. All I can think is you're going to make it with stones. That's all I can think of is it's going to be made using stones. So otherwise I can't see how we can possibly make that fit a farm. Yes, I'm right. I mean, I find it really interesting because it does actually bring some, I don't want to say used to stones, that seems like the wrong way of putting it. It actually means that stones aren't just a completely pointless exercise anymore. You just sell. How's he getting on? Not too bad, I can probably try and work around him a little bit. But at that point, that should be this field as... Yeah, a couple of little bits I've missed, but I'm not overly concerned about. Spots here and there. If I come to this end, I'm just going to go and... One of these should be fertilizer. I'm thinking it'll be the one further into the yard. Oh, yeet. Just make sure I got plenty on board. While we're waiting for that, what I might as well do is drop this off and I can just go and do the water. See, he's only got 2 or 3 lines left to go. If I fill these guys up, then we quickly fly around with the fertilizer spreader and then we're done. Like I say, when I found that flaming place over there to fill it, I was like, how did I miss that? And I tried it and it cost me like $400. I thought, well, this may have cost me more to begin with because this cost me, I think it was like 4k. But then after that, it's always free. So eventually, I've come to the point where this is far better because this literally will never cost us again. Unless it comes out of some of those running costs, which it might do, but if it does, I still think it's far less than... So somebody will come along now and tell me I'm wrong and tell me why it's actually costing me far more, I'm sure, but also the fact that my lettuce are growing in such muddy water. I definitely think a second greenhouse will be a good purchase in the not too distant future. Probably not also do lettuce, we'll put it onto something else, but to give us the options. If we can do that and then get production together, well, there's quite a few. One thing they've added now, which wasn't in the original Zelda game, is these smaller factories, look. Oh, sugar mill, tailor shop, spinnery, sawmill, that I want. Oil mill, grape unit, grain mill, dairy, preserved food factory, bakery, spinnery, and then you're on to the big ones. They've added all those little ones, which at least mean you don't need the massive income. Because on 22, quite often, the only productions you needed to have the big money. Made it a much later game thing, whereas now it can generally be a very early thing. I mean, I could afford to buy probably a couple of those right now, at least one. I'm not going to because I think I've got better uses for that money right now. But nice, that's you full again. Actually, I think the cows will manage one more day, and then next time I'm going to bale this. So what I'll probably do is I'll cut this. I'll probably rent a baler, and we'll just make grass. But we might just feed them grass for now because I don't know if I've got the capital to rent the mower and then a baler. Because I mean, what's going to cost us? Let's have a look. The mowers, I ideally like the ones with 3 grand. Got that 4, got that 5 grand. Then a baler. Let's get the cheapest baler with a wrapper built in. 5 grand. So you're talking 10 grand to rent all that. If I go down to 8, well, then you need to wrap them separately. I'm hoping he's not 5 ton now. Sounds like it's his last line actually. I'm not gain. Oh, because I said the wrong one. Right, so this, hopefully, if it's going to do it right, should. Yeah, this is going to be 100% fertilised now. Looks like he is, going around the headlands again. Wow, it's so ingrained into me. I was there jamming the delete button because I used to be on FS22, what brought the menu back up. I may as well top these off. As it stands, I don't have any more use for them unless I decide to take on a contract or similar. Right. And folks, last little field, couple of minutes, and then we'll be done for the day. It's actually made quite a nice pattern on this side. It looks quite interesting. Of course, it hasn't done the same on the other side. But as you recall, this is where we've ripped sort of 2 fields into one. I do like the little touches like there. You see me turn it on. starts in the middle and works its way along, which obviously is akin to how it would be really. Leaving a tyre track, but luckily, see, even narrow tyres, it's still leaving the indentation. In fact, if anything, physics, it would leave a bigger indentation. This is where actually the narrow tyre seems a little bit. Narrow tyres are used, but in real life, obviously, narrow tyres still destroy crops. The difference between these are less because they're narrow. You actually find with narrow tyres like that, you're impacting more force on the ground, so it would actually sink in further. That's why you see stuff like slurry spreaders have those gigantic tyres. I mean, they are literally like the width of a car. Because the idea is you spread the weight out so much, try and reduce the, especially on grass and stuff, just to reduce the amount you're pressing down. I mean, in theory, Clarkson's idea of using a hovercraft would be stunning if you could make it work reliably. Because to put no force on the ground but get what you need down. I think if somebody cracked it, they would be a millionaire instantly, because it would be bought out by everybody. Trying not to get the sign, but there we are, I'm looking over anyway. Yes, we're here still using, I guess, Grandpa's. I said I'm still. He's called Walter, isn't he? Yeah, and yeah, when you go to contracts, Walter has contracts for you, so Walter must own his own farm somewhere else. I'm Ben. We haven't spoken to Ben yet, have we? We need to go and speak to him. Some point, find his pearls of wisdom. I'm hoping I don't have to go and get that liquid fertilizer from that other. Okay, this end I can see what's been done by. Hopefully I've got enough left just to. I'm not going to try and turn it off for doing that because I'm never going to be able to predict that reliably. I will hopefully buy one of these. I must admit, I've never really overly used liquid spreads. I always use solid. I used to find I got these arms wrapped around trees far too easily for it to ever be fun. But this, I must admit, does make it far, far easier. I did a little soon there, but it's not the worst thing. Yeah, it's going to be last pass, so yeah, I should be able to get it all done. It's nice. And then we've got two lovely 100% fertilised fields. Sadly, the grass field can't be, but if I get it mowed next time, I may be able to get it back up to 100%. I mean, the idea is I have to rent this thing again, which I don't really want to do for one field. Or if I can try rolling it to similar. I think when you mow it, you will take away one level, so I take it back to 0, so it might be, I have to wait till I can time it right. Rent this to all my fields. But until then, this is us. And this will be the end of this episode. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out the rest of the channel. There's a lot of great stuff right now. There's a lot of support. A lot of people are working hard behind the scenes to make great content. I think it really shows. As I implore you, go and check some of it out. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let Chris and myself know that you're out there. It's so great to know people are watching it. We see the numbers. We'd like to connect with the people. But until then, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm just going to return this before I sign off. Until next time, we will see you later. Goodbye.